Hello everybody, this is Money Mom. Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to tell you guys about 2 bad habits I have and what I'm going to do about it. Let me get right into it. And by the way, I think that maybe some of you may be able to relate to what I'm talking about. The very first bad habit is, number 1, I don't have a really long attention span and don't find that I have a lot of patience for things that don't immediately interest me. And I feel like in many ways that's unfortunate. And let me give you an example. If I were to read a book, because I've been doing a lot of reading lately, also if I were to take a class, you know, I've been taking some online classes, like I took one on the study of the brain, or if I were to listen to a video, these would be 3 examples. If something does not catch me immediately and start interesting me, I sometimes have a habit of giving up on it too soon. The sad thing about that is that if I would have a little more patience and give it a little bit more time, I might actually benefit from learning from that class, the video, or a book. And I've noticed that about myself. For example, I was taking this class on the brain, and it was kind of going into detail about different parts of the brain, and it was words I couldn't even pronounce, and I thought, oh, I'm just going to glaze over this and get to something else. I would only take the parts of the class that actually interested me, instead of really working and maybe memorizing the parts of the brain. I've kind of noticed with this shorter attention span that I want things to come easy to me, and if it's something that requires a lot of effort, then I don't tend to want to do it. And I tend to want to be, quote, entertained. And sometimes things that we're learning, we're reading, we're watching, we're viewing, or doing, it may not always have an attention or what I call an entertainment factor to it. Some of these things may require some work. For example, I recently was trying to read a book about the subconscious and conscious mind, and I thought it would be really interesting. And honestly, it was just super dry. It was a stiff read. I tried twice, and I thought, you know, maybe if I would just take time, because I think many times for me, what I do is I write these elaborate to-do lists, and I'm just like, oh, I need to study this. Okay, let me just do this and check it off so I can check something off my list, rather than really enjoying the process of what I'm learning, accomplishing less. And because I think our lives have become this wonderful morning and evening routine and these to-do lists, which are wonderful, but really are we getting the most benefit? Because I think many times with always wanting to be entertained, I could be learning so much more if I would take more time and be mindful. And with that being said, I'm going to get right into bad habit number 2. We've spoken about this before. I'm not saying this is negative in all areas, but multitasking. And I'm just going to use YouTube. So for example, let's say someone does a YouTube video on something I want to learn about. And so I want to sit down and learn about it. A lot of times I'll be like, okay, I'm listening to this, and in the background I'm going to be making dinner while listening to this. Well, a lot of times what I end up having to do is rewinding the video to listen to it again, or parts of it again, because I'm not totally present. I'm over here cooking, and I'm over here listening to a video. And so I've decided to do 2 things about these habits. First of all, the one where I'm wanting to be entertained, and if something doesn't interest me right away, I'm either getting off the video, or I stop reading the book, or I stop, or I skim through the parts that don't interest me. What I'm going to do is next time, I'm going to give it some more time. Make sure I don't have distractions. And if I give it some more time and I still find that maybe it isn't for me, that's okay. But I'm going to give it more time. Not sure how much more time, but at least give more focus to it. Number 2, if I'm going to listen to a video that interests me, and if it's music, yes, you can multitask perhaps. But if it's something where I'm wanting to learn something, doesn't matter what it is, I'm wanting to learn some, frugal tips that maybe I haven't heard. There's some new frugal tips, for example, that I am present and I'm just doing that and not multitasking so that I can really get the most benefit. I would like to know from you guys, do you feel that you kind of maybe want to be entertained and you get bored kind of easily? I've just recently read an article that because of all the media and because of trends changing so often, our attention spans are not as long as they used to be. And I think that we could be giving up too easily on things that could really benefit us if we would just take more time and patience, be mindful, not multitask, and not think of our life as this great big to-do list, and just be learning things slowly so that we can get the best benefit. Let me know what you guys think. Do you multitask and not get the full benefit out of something? Do you feel like you have a short attention span? I want to know if any of you can relate to me. This is something I'll be working on, and I'd love to know if you have any tips. That's all I have to say for now. I love you, I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.